you official now, but you got a soul to save. I just been cooking that new. I'm about to drop in the few. Think if I call it the great, the people gon' call it the truth.
Bismillah Rahman Ar-Rahim. Brothers and sisters, you are listening to Straight Words on WVON. The Talk of Chicago. We come to you every Tuesday night from 9 p.m. until midnight. We thank you for listening to us and supporting us the past 2 years. Let me introduce the illustrious cast of Straight Words, our fearless leader, the brother who put this show together. He is the editor-in-chief of the greatest newspaper on the planet, the Final Call newspaper. Let's give it up for Brother Nabar Richard Muhammad. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Black Radio Hall of Famer. What's going on? What's going on?
All praises due, brother. All praises due. We are going to introduce our next brother, who is a mentor of yours, a brother who you think the world of, been by your side ever since you handled that Final Call newspaper. He was once the editor, but now he is a contributing editor. I'm talking about the great Brother James G. Muhammad. Assalamu alaikum to you, big bro.
Wa alaikum salam, brother. How you doing? Brother BJ.
Brother, yes, sir. I am doing wonderful. And we want to thank Ryan is filling in for Deontay, our producer. Ryan is holding things down. Deontay is celebrating his birthday today, y'all.
Yes, sir. Happy birthday, Brother D.
Yes, sir.
Big B. Enjoy yourself, man.
That's right. Enjoy yourself. So brothers and sisters, y'all can call in because we're going to discuss a whole lot of things. And we got some great guests lined up for you tonight. 773-591-1690, 773-591-1690. Our text line is 312-480-9775. Brother Nabar, what you got for us, brother?
Well, brothers, a lot going on, man. And we're going to actually chop it up a little later, like in the last hour.
Yes, sir.
So, brothers and sisters, if you can hang with us to the end, because we're going to get into some things. We're going to have a Sister Carolyn, who is, did y'all see that viral video of a young man? He had went to like a Chinese food or Asian food joint, and he left and he didn't pay a tip.
Right.
And the owner was like stalking him down the street.
Yeah, following him down. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that is actually in Evanston, Illinois. Wow. And Sister Carolyn in Evanston is right up the street from Chicago if you're not in the Windy City. And Sister Carolyn is leading an effort to shut him down, man.
That's right. Go ahead, Sister Carolyn.
She's going to talk about that at about 9:30. Then at 10, in 2022, we really had a horrible massacre of 10 black people, ages 32 to 86, that were killed when a young white male drove miles. Do you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Drove miles to come to the Tops Friendly Market supermarkets in the heart of the black community. And so he is now pled guilty to 15 counts, including murder and domestic terrorism motivated by hurt, and was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility for parole. That's in the state court. The federal case is still kind of ongoing, and the Justice Department is seeking the death penalty. Mm-hmm. So the shooter is asking for a change of venue and that the case be moved out of Buffalo, New York, where the massacre occurred, and into we moved out of Buffalo, New York, and into New York City. This young man drove 3 hours.
Right.
3 hours from where he lived in Conklin, New York, into this black community and slaughtered these people just helplessly. Just went in and slaughtered them. So, of course, the police showed up. He surrendered. And unlike so many of us, he wasn't killed on the spot. So we're going to talk about that. But, we know that the trial of Puffy is ongoing. We know that there's been a lot of, let me step back for a minute. The shooter's name is Peyton Gendron. Peyton Gendron. And just, again, sometimes brothers, they talk about the younger whites is really not like the old ones. But he's a young man, teenager, just like Dylan Roof, who killed our people down in that church in South Carolina.
Yeah.
Just like the other boy that killed the people at the protest. I can't think of his name, but he's a celebrity and probably a millionaire by now. The other thing is this release of what they're calling the last American Israeli hostage that they know of to be released, right?
Yeah.
But this young man, Eden Alexander, brothers and sisters, you really got to listen carefully to the language of these people. And I want you to look at all the headlines where it talks about a freed Israeli American hostage, leaves Gaza, and he's out now, and they so excited, and such a big deal. Not to mention the thousands of Palestinians who are under detention right now.
Right.
In some cases, people don't even know where they are or who got them. And so, it's or when you listen to how now this was a war, right? Ain't that what they call it?
Yes, sir.
That's what they call it, right? They call it a war. Now, the thing that you don't hear this young man described as is that he was a soldier in the Israeli military. See? No, so he ain't a soldier that was fighting a war that decimated other people. He's just a hostage. Man, these people, brothers, you better listen to some people that's going to tell you some straight words, because these people is liars.
Absolutely. Not to think of it now, but that was the last, at least I guess the last known American. The way I was looking at it, Trump, and he went about that. He went around Netanyahu to get that deal. And so, man, he's just trying to get the last American out so that, when Netanyahu don't really care about the hostages. So he might just go ahead and say, the hell with it. They're going to keep bombing anyway, so now they may be less concerned, even though the Israeli citizens are very concerned. He's not that concerned, so he may just go ahead and finish the job regardless of hostages being held.
Yeah, I think you're right, Brother Adam.
Since the last American is out, he won't have no problem with Trump on that.
Yeah. Good thinking on that, brother. Yeah. So we got a caller, brother. Our brother Art standing by. He wants to contribute to the conversation. Brother Art, you're on Straight Words on WVON. Go ahead, brother. Brother Art.
Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum salam.
Brothers, I would like to ask you, brothers, and your listening audience a question. Will the black community survive without the Creator, the black man, the black woman, and black children in rebuilding and re-strengthening the black family? Will we survive if we do not act directly? 85% of all of our energy, talent, skills, and resources go directly to rebuilding, re-strengthening the black family. That's the question I would ask you brothers and your listening audience. And may Allah continue to bless you.
Yes, sir. Allah bless you. Thank you, brother.
Sir.
So, James, you want to go?
I mean, brother, I think the question answers itself. Obviously, we can't survive, number one, without the Creator, and number two, without doing what's necessary to unite and get behind, personally get behind the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan in the direction that he's trying to head us. But, we can't survive without the Creator. We can't survive without one another. And until we do that, we're not going to make any progress. I think that pretty much answers itself.
Yeah, but BJ?
Yes, sir. I agree with brother. I put a stamp on what brother James G said. Yes, sir.
That's it?
Yeah, yes, sir. I mean, he put the ice on it, brother.
I'm just checking with you. I'm just checking with you.
Yeah, I mean, there's absolutely no way that we are going to go around what Allah has ordained for us. He wants us to unify. He wants us to love you one another as I have loved you. And if we don't do that, we got to suffer the consequences, which we are doing right now. So absolutely not. You ain't going to make it without each other. I was thinking about that song today. I was thinking about that song today by Hezekiah Walker. Said, "I need you to survive."
Yeah. But I would add, man, we just got to drink. I'm sorry, brother. We just got to.
No, go ahead, sir.
Just to add to it, man, we got to drink from another fountain of knowledge. That's the bottom line. Right now, we have been lulled to sleep because we have come up. We have been taught by an enemy who has shown they have no interest in the advancement of black people. We take a step forward before we take 2 steps backwards. That has happened historically. Any generational wealth we attempted to create has been destroyed. So the answer is yes. Number one, we have to unite. We have to depend on one another, but we have to understand that we have to look for another source of knowledge. And even in our public schools, the minister has called them killing fields. Until we recognize that these places are killing fields because they do not inspire black children to learn, because black children do not see themselves in the curriculum. And so our children are not motivated to express their creativity because whatever they see is denigration of black people, slavery, suffering, everything about that's shown black except a few weeks in February is shown as something negative. And so we don't relate to that. Our children don't relate to that, but they will relate if you can get their attention and get them, show them themselves in the regality that we deserve to be shown in, because we are if they recognize that when you say honor your mother and your father so that your days may be long on the planet that the Lord gives you, well, in one sense, that's talking about your daddy and your mama. But in another sense, if black children were taught that, hey, young black man, you are the father of civilization. Hey, young black lady, you are the mother of civilization. From you, when you look at the yellow man, the brown man, and the white man, those are really, in a sense of saying it, those are your children. They came from you. The civilizations that have been built that really aren't talked about prior to the Western civilization, those came from you and your fathers. If they were taught that at a young age and grew up with that in the back of their mind and at the front of their mind, they would achieve much more because they would understand their greatness. And so, brother Art, Yeah, we need to do that, but damn it, we gotta help encourage our people to drink from another fountain of knowledge, because what we've been given and put to sleep with when the missionaries brought us the Bible, as they say, when they left, we had the Bible and they had the land. When they came, we had the land and they had the Bible. So it's not that the Bible is a bad thing. It's that we have to drink from another source to understand the messages in the Bible that have been changed by our enemy. That's my answer, Brother Naba.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Well, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, first of all, said the solution to our problem is divine. Divine. That means related to, coming from, empowered by God himself. Now, in the Nation of Islam, we're taught the order of things is this: God, family, and then nation. Is that what we taught, brothers? Or am I correct?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, sir. That's right.
Okay, so and you find that in the Bible, man looks to God as the head of the household, the woman looks to the man, and the child looks to the woman or the mother. Okay? So, first of all, we are going to survive, brothers and sisters. Let me tell you something. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said that we are from the tribe of Shabazz, meaning that which cannot be destroyed. You hear me?
Yes, sir.
And he taught that we are destined. Listen to me carefully, and you can accept it or you can reject it. Have it your way. And I'm not talking about no spook God who only got power to move you up and down the aisle and don't have power to destroy your enemy. You hear me? You hear what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So the God that we believe in is going to and is currently destroying America. And he's using people in America, like your president, to destroy America. You better look at these natural disasters. You better look at the confusion of the people. You better look at the health status of the country. You better look at people having heart attacks and losing their minds and turning to drugs and alcohol and anything else they can get their hands on, man. The question is, because it ain't no hocus pocus. Right. This is the day of decision.
That's right.
And if we don't decide to follow divine guidance, many of us are going to lose our lives because the God is punishing the whole world.
That's right.
We were taught that he will destroy nations so that black people in America can go free. See what I said?
That's right.
And we don't talk this just from the pulpit. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad took it directly to our people, along with the keys to exit from the chastisement into the bosom of Allah. That we would be freed, like Jehovah freed the children of Israel. So if you don't believe that Allah can free us, don't tell me nothing about the children of Israel. Don't even tell me nothing about nobody in the Bible that God delivered. Right. If you can't see that he's at work today.
That's right.
And we need a whole new definition and understanding of family. Because right now we got mothers and daughters naked and twerking. We got fathers engaged in deadly activity, teaching their children to be engaged in deadly activity. We got all kinds of stuff going on and the evil that we do to one another. But there's a man with healing in his wings.
That's right.
With a message that unlocks us. So we say again, just take a look at the Nation of Islam. Come visit us on Sunday, 7351 South Stony Island Avenue. Get there a little bit before 10 and hear from Brother Student Minister Ishmael Muhammad, National Assistant to Minister Farrakhan, and a son of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
That's right.
Walk among us. Feel the love. Feel the unity. See family in action. And love yourself.
That's right.
Are we destroying one another like we are? It's not going to turn out good for us unless we turn to the God right now.
That's right. Go ahead. Hey, brothers. We got two callers before we get to our guest, Carolyn Ruff. She's standing by. We're going to talk about the protest that she's doing in the city of Chicago. But right now, Anita and Cliff are standing by. Anita, let's go to you first. You're on Straight Words on WBON. Assalamu alaikum.
It's a little delay today. Anita?
Right. Sister Anita, you there?
Can you hear me? Yeah. You
Yes,
can turn my mic on. Wa alaikum assalam.
Ma'am.
They just gave Trump a jet from Saudi Arabia, or that area.
Yeah, from Qatar.
Qatar.
Well, my theory is Malcolm X was killed so that we wouldn't have the financial situation with the Saudis, okay, and the Muslims. This is my thought about it. And I think Malcolm X was killed because he was a student that followed Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and this country couldn't have that because that means we may have gained our way to get out of here financially also, and with friendship, as Elijah Muhammad promised, and all over the world, we would have brothers and friendship, and that's what Imam Muhammad showed us when he became after his father, Warathin. He showed us with men on both sides of the globe holding hands towards each other, reaching.
Right.
So then I look at Mayor Adams. Warith Muhammad told me that Turkey wanted to have something to do with the peace process in the Middle East. Mayor Adams, they're giving him a hard time because he made some decisions for Turkey here, but Trump can make decisions with the Saudis, but Malcolm X is dead when he goes over to the Hajj, okay, and making connections. I think we need to look at these things seriously. And let me say one thing about the Pope. That Pope was born in Dalton. Dalton, when Martin Luther King died, I was in Harvey. There were riots at Thornridge High School after Martin Luther King passed. Okay, so he's from this area that was not accepting African-American people when Martin Luther King passed. And I think we need to look at all these things that are coming up. But he's from Chicago area, which is where Barack Obama is. So God's playing a little joke on them. Oh, you got some greats coming from Chicago, Michael Jordan, Barack Obama, now they Pope. So maybe we might get some, if we work hard, we might get some people to work with us. And we got some major things working for us. And I want to tell you guys again, you were saying Charlotte had a big Muslim community, but that Stephen Furtick is there, and K.C. Price Jr., Frederick Price Jr. I believe between those two young men, the Muslims may be able to get some solid Christians to start coming up against some of this nasty stuff that's going on in this country. And some people might be willing to take a risk, to make sure people understand that some people do really believe in God and really don't go along with what's been happening here for 500 years. And for us to sacrifice our children to this system without, just totally rebelling it and praying for God, for mercy to get out of this stuff like Noah, you know what I'm saying? That's going to be a sin on us because we can't allow them to sacrifice our children and massacre them with no education, no history, no financial way to make it, no parents at home. The parents can't, even women probably can't get jobs right now. So, the whole thing is total insanity, not based on the word of God. And Elijah Muhammad told them what God told Abraham. Which one was it? He told, don't slaughter your son.
Mm-hmm.
Abraham, don't sacrifice. Yeah. That's what Elijah told us. Don't slaughter your sons. Now, maybe people from other religious groups are mad and ticked off that he taught what God told Abraham not to do, and that's what Elijah Muhammad taught them. You all take care of your sons protect your women, and we go to God for guidance. And one more thing, Rahm Emanuel's going to be on The View tomorrow. I think he's going to be on The View tomorrow. I'm not into him. Okay, so if you guys can watch that, I say see what he's talking about, because I got nothing but a foot to go out in the aisle to trip him. I mean, I'm just not into him. Okay, so I don't know what's going on, but people are not going to keep making money off of us and killing us. How you gonna live 18 years and raise your child, and then they want to throw him in an army that's against you and kill your children? Yes, I mean, we can't be used as human bullets like that. We can't. We just can't. Right. Like I was saying, we just can't. And we have to look at history with Malcolm X and what happened to him and the lies they said that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad killed him. I don't believe he did. I believe America had something to do with it, and I think they did not want that economic program to happen. Yeah. Pardon me?
All right, sister. Thank you. We gotta take these other callers. Thank you.
Right. Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Brother Cliff, go right ahead before we get to our guest. Go ahead, Brother Cliff.
Sure. Assalamu alaikum, brothers. I'll get right to the point. Listen, I don't know if you guys have the ability to just dialogue between two ideologies. And I'm speaking of my brother Art. I got much respect for him, and I really appreciate him in terms of the black family. I stand 10 toes down with that. But also what I'm getting, brothers, and I want to get this clear, is though I'm not too sure if he's feeling that the Nation of Islam is doing anything. That's just my perception of what he says. And I think, Brother Naba, you pretty much addressed and respond, which makes sense, is that the doors are open, for anybody to come and to learn. And again, let me repeat, I'm a Christian, and I shy away from the brainwashing and the whitewashing of Christianity. And so I gravitate towards the Nation of Islam, particularly under the leadership of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, when even to the point where I decided and turned to him regarding taking the vaccine. When most of the preachers in the black churches say, yeah, take it. So I want to ask Brother Art, and again, brothers, I'm not trying to, stir up any confusion, but, if Brother Art was honest, I'm just curious if he took the vaccine. And the point I'm making, and I'll end with this, brothers, that when you were on WVON with Brother Wesley, Brother Naba, and this was in honor and recognition of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, man, the Facebook response, brothers, man, had so much hatred towards the minister. You know what I mean? I couldn't believe it. In Chicago now. So the point I'm making, man, is that I don't see, not the white people, I understand them looking at the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan being racist because he's pro-black, but the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan have shown nothing but love for us. And so for black people to make derogatory comments, so again, I'm just curious to what does Brother Art want the Nation of Islam to do? So I'm just curious. So I'll just end with that, brothers. So,
okay, thank you, Cliff. I'm going to say this first of all. I'm going to start with the minister. Brothers and sisters, we celebrated, or we honored him. Right. We paid tribute to him. We thanked him and thanked Allah for him for his ongoing work, because he's still working. We don't know, Cliff, if the people in the comments were black or white. All we got is words. We got a profile pic. And we know that the United States government has forever used stool pigeons and disinformation, sent groups letters claiming to be from one group. That's how they instigated something between us and the Panthers that ended up in somebody getting killed. But all the time it was the enemy working. So many more, whatever their purpose was, many more people showed absolute love for the minister instead of these unknown characters, and we don't know who they are, where they came from, or who paid them. So we don't worry about that.
Right.
As far as art, is free to believe whatever he wants. And Art knows what's in his mind, so I'm not going to accuse him of anything. Inshallah, we will continue the dialogue. Let's go, Brother BJ.
All right. Sister Carolyn Ruff, our big sister in the Shy. She has done so many wonderful things protesting on the streets and just being a leader that she is. She's on the line to talk about what she's got going on in the city of Chicago. Peace, Sister Carolyn. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Fine.
Good. Now that we hear your voice.
Good. I'm glad to hear. I'm glad to tune in and just listen in. First of all, I would like to wish the minister a happy birthday.
Yeah.
I love the minister.
Yeah.
And so I just want to wish him a happy birthday. But, yeah, I'm doing some work in Evanston, Illinois. Of course, we had started boycotting JJ's in Chicago because of what happened with 2 homeless people getting executed inside, that fast food restaurant. But now my attention, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, sister. We listen.
Yeah. But now my attention is on Evanston. Evanston is a quiet, progressive suburb, and it's not really too much going on in Evanston. But what happened April 19th, there was an owner that owns Table to Stix restaurant in Evanston, followed a young man down the street using all profanity language on him and saying that he did not leave a tip, but the young man paid for his food. And he's also homeless, So I have been out there boycotting. You remember in 2017 through up until 2019, remember I was boycotting Misha until I shut them down in 2019. Well, this incident here was really disturbing because it could have escalated to something more crucial than what we saw on the video. The video went viral, and that's how I got to see what happened with this young man. So I decided to organize a boycott there to shut that particular restaurant down. And so I had organized an event for the community to come out and hear the owner apologizing to the community. And so he did apologize. I think he went on Channel 2 News. He also apologized. And then BET picked it up as well. So they have a pretty good, they have an article regarding that incident. And like I said, it went viral. Including Africa. A lot of my African friends are calling me, asking me what happened, So I've been boycotting them for at least 20 days now, straight. And they're closed on Tuesday. And so I'm asking people, now is the time for us to come together and fight for our children. Let them know that we are their voice. Let them know that we stand with them and we protect them when something like this or anything happens to our young people. And so this is what I'm doing in Evanston. And thank you for allowing me to come on to let people know that we have to boycott these places that disrespect us, that disrespect the community, that disrespect our children. And we have to show them that, they're living off the backs of us. It's because of African Americans' ancestors, our ancestors, is because of the fact that they're here living off the backs of us. And so they cannot come in our community and disrespect us.
And Sister Carolyn, Carolyn, what's the address? And you're having daily gatherings or protests? If so, one, name of the restaurant. Two, address. And then what you're doing and the times, okay?
Okay. The name of the restaurant is Table 26 Ramen. That's 10,007 1007 Davis Street, Evanston, Illinois. They open up at 11 o'clock every day from 11. Monday, Tuesday, they're closed, but Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, they're open from 11 to 8 o'clock. Friday, Saturday, and Sundays, 11 until 9 o'clock. So I'm the only one out there boycotting them right now. And I did have an event on, it was April 26th when the community came out to voice their voices against what happened with this young man. And then, so I'm the only one that's out there now. Evanston is so complacent. They're not used to fighting for what they complain about in the community or whatever. I'm trying to get them to come out and join in the boycott because, number one, I am making a big difference. Number two, the young people are listening because they spend the most money. And number three, the Asians are listening as well. But I don't. It should only be me out there fighting for their community. It should be people from Evanston to join me. Right. And I usually get there like around 4 o'clock every day, except for Tuesday, they're closed.
All right.
Have you had any personal conversations with the owner yourself?
Actually, the day that I held an event there, that was the only time I had a conversation with him. And I told him, and he apologized to the community. And my thoughts to him was that, you cannot take back what you said to this young man and how you threatened him and what you were going to slap the you-know-what out of him. And then he was also trying to intimidate another homeless person the same day when this homeless person was trying to protect the young man that didn't leave a tip. So I told him that we're not accepting your apologies because once you utter something out of your mouth, in the Bible, it always say bridle your tongue. What you utter out of your mouth, you can't take that back. And anything racial like you performed April 20th, you can't take that back. The community saw you. The businesses saw you chasing this young man down the street for a $3.60 tip. And then you're asking him, how do you expect for me to pay my staff? His staff is his wife and his brother and him, and that's it. There's no African Americans working in that restaurant. There's no Asians except for his family working in that restaurant. So that's his staff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yes. Go ahead. I'm sorry, sister. Go ahead.
I said yes. We're angry because of what happened. Yes, I was able to meet, and while I was out there, I was able to meet this attorney. and he was able to get in touch with this young man, and hopefully, things could, happen with that situation. But I'm just glad that he did get an attorney to represent him.
Good, yeah.
Yeah. So what? Two questions real quick. Or no. First of all, a bit of information. I got somewhere you can go where you ain't gonna be mistreated. Let's Eat to Live restaurant right here in Chicago, 621 East 67th Street. Listen to what I said now. Let's Eat to Live restaurant. In your neighborhood, great food, nutritious food, great atmosphere, good music, art on the wall, and a beautiful staff that just love to see your black face in the place. If your face ain't black, bring it in. Just bring some green money with you.
There you go.
621 East 67th Street. So, Sister Carolyn, what do you want the owner to do?
Actually, we're trying to shut them down.
Yep.
So you just want them gone out the neighborhood?
Yes,
Okay.
because his reputation is not really good for the businesses that's in Evanston, and all the businesses are really, connected together. Like there's a CM Korean restaurant, right, is connected to his restaurant, and then there's a barber shop connected to his restaurant, and then there's a pizza place where people have complained about this this owner. They want him gone.
Okay.
And that's not just because they want him gone, the community want him gone, especially the black community.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now there's some people that is not my color or whatever, fighting against me, but that's okay. And then, of course, there's some of us still going in there, but one or two of us are still going in there saying, oh, Kenny Chou is a nice person. He's this. He just had a bad day. I'm like, no, that's not the point. Kenny Chou is not a nice person. You could see that in his face. Because this family that he chased the young man down the street had been patronizing them over a decade.
Mm.
And for him to chase that young man down the street, knowing his family, that's beyond me.
Right.
And so he was trying to intimidate him, and the young man was so professional. I hope you bring the video up. He's so professional. He asked him, why are you following me? I paid for my food. It's not required for me to leave a tip. And then this man got really angry with him, and it was just it was just a really, really bad video to look at. It brings tears in your eyes because the young man is young and because he's very gifted and he's smart, but he's homeless.
Yes, ma'am. All right, Sister Carolyn, stand by. We got somebody who wants to respond to this topic. We got Jay. You're on Straight Words on WVON. Go ahead, Jay. Join the conversation.
Yeah, thanks for taking my call. I was curious, how old is this young man that was chased down the street?
Yes, he's 23.
23? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to say something out of line, but this is how I feel. I don't like going to Asian restaurants. I'm 55 years old, and when I was about 4 or 5, my parents used to frequent this Chinese restaurant, and then they came up on the news with cat heads in the back of their restaurants. Okay? So, and I've tried to buy chicken from them. Them chicken legs don't look right. They look a little too big. I don't know if they're cats or what,
Yeah.
So yeah. So you boycotting them?
Yes, I am.
And I know people from Evanston. My son's mother was from there.
Mm-hmm.
Her mother was from there. Her grandmother was from there. I got a difficult time eating from Asian restaurants, and I know that's going to make some Asian people upset. But look, we all know they eat dogs and cats.
And the thing is, they don't eat our food, so why should we patronize them? They don't. Yeah. They don't help our community, our African American community. They take from us, and then they pass it down to their children, so their children could take over the business when they're, elderly people that can't work anymore or whatever.
Everybody take from us. Everybody take from us.
And everybody take from us. Absolutely. Everybody. Mm-hmm. And we're the consumers. We're the one who spend the most money.
Right. Very good. Well, thank you, Sister. Sister Carolyn Ruff, she's on with us. We're talking about the protest in Evanston of an Asian restaurant. The owner was abusing a young brother who patronized his restaurant for many years and disrespectful. And Sister Carolyn Ruff has always been at the forefront of protests in the city of Chicago, and she wants the place shut down. So how long are you going to stay out there, Sister Carolyn? Are you going to stay out there until the job is done, or what do you?
Yes, sir. When I boycott Misha, I was out there. I stayed out there 865 days, and so if it's going to take me 865 days, I will be out there. I'm not going to give up. I went to, and he's renting that place anyways. I went to the management. They saw the video. They agreed with me to boycott them because maybe that'll rush them to leave or whatever. Because I think he's under a contract or whatever. But they are looking into whether they could not renew or break his contract. That's what the management told me today. But I'm going to be there until they are shut down. And I could tell you they have lost a lot of business, So I don't think I'll be out there 865 days, but I think if I do, I will be out there that amount of time to shut them down.
Wow.
So, people that want to join me, Evanston is not too far from Chicago, one side of Evanston and then on Howard Street is Chicago. But I'm just saying people that want to join me, especially on Saturdays, if you don't have anything to do, please join that boycott because we are making a difference and we're putting our messages out there that you can't come and disrespect one of our people. You can't do that. You give us respect. We give you all respect. You know what I'm saying? And so people that want to join me, please come on Saturdays. I'm out there from 12 until close. Please join me at Table to Stick. That's T like in Tom, ABLE, 2 like TO. Stix, STIX, Ramen is RAMEN, and the address is 1007 Davis Street, Evanston, Illinois. And you know what makes it so ironic? My apartment number is 1007.
Yeah.
All right.
So, that's an easy number for me to remember. And I'm like, that means something now. If that's 1007 and my apartment is 1007, God is on my side. That's all I'm saying.
All right. And again, let me remind you.
Mm-hmm.
Let's eat to live. Sister Lala Muhammad, great hostess, great business owner, great cook, great staff. Let's Eat to Live Restaurant, 621 East 67th Street in Chicago. So go on up there and take a stand for the people, then come on down and enjoy a meal with your people.
Yes, and I've been there. They have good food. I've been to Eat to Live.
Yes.
I've been there, yes. Just recently, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the food, yes, sir. I don't go every day or every weekend or whatever, but when I'm in that area, I do make it my business to go there and eat, yes.
Yeah.
The food
you never got chased down the street either then, right?
No, not at all. Not for a tip or anything.
All right.
Yeah, so go on up there in Evanston and stick it to somebody that needs to be stuck to, okay?
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, because I can
the address.
Yes.
I'm sorry, the address again, the day and the time.
Okay. The address is let me see. Let me write it.
1007.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 1007. Thank you. 1007 Davis Street, Evanston, Illinois. And on Saturdays, I'm there from 12 until close. Close is at 9 p.m.
Wow.
So I'm there from 12 to 9 p.m. Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'm there from 4 until 8. They close at 8 o'clock. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I'm there. Friday and Sunday, I'm there from 4 until 9. And then on Saturdays, I'm there from 12 until 9.
Sister Carolyn, you got a Facebook page or anything?
Yes, I do. Carolyn J. Ruff.
Is this information on your Facebook page?
I'm going to put the time on there.
Very good.
But I do have all of my videos on my Facebook page.
Very good.
When I'm, every time I go out there, I always go live to let people know what I'm doing and, educating the community. Yeah. So it's on my Facebook page.
So that's is it Carolyn J. Ruff, R-U-F-F?
R-U-F-F, like rough and ready. Like A-B-C-D-E-F. The letter F.
So find Sister Carolyn.
I have like 3 other pages, but my main page is Carolyn J. Ruff.
All right, so
that's my main page.
Find her on Facebook, and then find yourself sticking it to somebody that needs to be stuck. Thank you, Sister. May Allah bless you.
Yes, and I'm also on Instagram, too, so you can find me on Instagram and TikTok.
All right. Thank you, Sister Carolyn. Coming up next hour.
Thank you.
Next hour. Thank you, ma'am. Next hour, we're going to be talking about the Buffalo Massacre. This is the anniversary week of what happened in Buffalo on that Saturday is when it happened. I never forget that, when this white young man went into a black grocery store, predominantly black grocery store, and slaughtered people. We're going to talk about that with a special guest coming up right after the top of the hour. You're listening to Straight Words of WVON 1690. This is the Talk of Chicago.
We are the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.